Welcome to another episode of I Bleed Orange Forever, where we go over all things NHL. Today's episode, redrafting the top 10 of the NHL's 2010 entry draft. The first round of the 2010 NHL entry draft is not one of the better ones. First round picks are often highly valued for their potential to draft your team's next superstar. But sometimes, in spite of the best intentions, some players simply don't work out. First round picks are often akin to magic beans. Sometimes you get that beanstalk to the Stanley Cup, and in others you get something that never gets off the ground. But hindsight, as they say, is 20/20, and we have the advantage of 11 years' time having passed. Here are the rules. Number 1, the best player available was selected, not based on team needs back in 2010. Number 2, the players to be redrafted are from the first round only, so no Freddie Anderson, John Klingberg, or Mark Stone will show up as they were drafted much later in the draft, even if they had arguably better careers than some of the people on the list. Number 3, we're counting down from 10 to 1, so sit back and enjoy the ride. Number 10, Brock Nelson. Our biggest draft mover, going down from his original selection at number 30, Brock was a late bloomer breaking into the league in the 13-14 season. He's largely been a reliable middle six center, whose offense comes in spurts. Nelson scored 166 goals, 155 assists for 321 points, and 595 games with a career plus-minus of +3. And that was for some really bad Islanders teams. Jaden Schwartz, who played his entire NHL career with St. Louis, moves down from number 14 to number 9. He played his first full season in the lockout-shortened 2012-2013 season. Like Nelson and a lot of players on this redraft, he's a decent middle six center. Over the course of his 549-game career, he scored 152 goals, 228 assists, compiling 380 points, along with winning the Holy Grail back in 2019. And of course,
may the Schwartz be with you.
Number 8 takes us to another good middle six center in Finland's Michael Granland. He moves down from the 9th spot. A small and skilled forward, Granland has scored 123 goals, 252 helpers, totaling 375 points in his 585-game big league career with both Minnesota and Nashville. Moving down 19 spots from 26 to number 7 is Yevgeny Kuznetsov. Anytime you play with the likes of Alex Ovechkin, Nick Backstrom, or TJ Oshie, you can expect to pile up the points. And the Birdman and his absolutely game-breaking speed have .80 points per game during the course of his career, including having 83 points in 79 games in the 17-18 season. Our first D-man on the list is Cam Fowler. I don't know about you, but isn't it ironic that the Ducks would draft a guy named Fowler? At one point, they even had a guy named Bieksa. Somebody in Anaheim's got a sense of humor. Fowler's a mobile defenseman who plays a good transition game and is good on the power play. He's not the best in his own end and has played for some really bad Anaheim teams over the course of his 11-year career. He's normally good for about 30 points a season, though. Moving down 11 picks is winger Vladimir Tarasenko out of Yaroslavl. While injuries have slowed him down over the past few years, he's achieved the one thing that every kid who's ever laced up a pair of skates dreams of, winning the Stanley Cup. Along with that, he scored 448 points in 527 games, all with the Blues. That's not too shabby. Staying in exactly the same spot is Ryan Johansson, the two-way playmaking center currently with Nashville. He's slowed down in recent years, but has only 2 years removed from a 50-assist season in 2018-2019. He's played with both Columbus and Nashville, wearing the A for the Predleys for the last 4 seasons. His albatross of a contract notwithstanding, Jeff Skinner has carved out a decent career, 4 times breaking the 30-goal mark over the past 11 seasons. He's had 2 forgettable seasons in Buffalo, but I think it's more of the Sabres losing culture than Skinner's lack of overall ability. There are too many talented people on that team, and they all couldn't have forgotten how to play. His contract does make Sabres fans want to yell, "Skinner!" The original 2010 first overall pick, 2018 Hart Trophy winner, and recent acquisition of the Boston Bruins is Taylor Hall, moving back 1 spot to number 2. Hall's an explosive skater with supreme puck skills, natural scoring ability, and tremendous determination. Like Skinner, he had a rough go with Buffalo, but since joining the Big Bad Bruins, he has 6 points in his first 7 games. Before we get to number 1, I figured I would put in some honorable mentions. While these guys have had decent careers going, they just haven't put up big numbers. Guys like Nino Niederreiter, Charlie Coyle, Brett Connolly, Nick Bjugstad, and Kevin Hayes. They're just a couple of good seasons away from taking the number 9 or number 10 spot.
The first selection in the 2010 National Hockey League entry draft.
It could only be him, Erik Gudbranson. No, only kidding. While Gudbranson had a lengthy NHL career, he's never really lived up to his number 3 overall status. Sorry, Eric. My choice for the number 1 overall pick in the 2010 NHL draft is Tyler Seguin. He leads all 2010 first-round draftees in overall points. He's a brilliant skater who puts up big numbers and can make any of his line mates look better. He scored over 20 goals in all but 3 of his 11 seasons. His numbers would have been even better if he didn't miss this season recovering from a torn labrum. Here's the original top 10 and my redraft side by side, so you can check that out. Just remember, these are my opinions. Who would you have in your top 10? Leave them in the comments below. If you liked the video, please hit like. If you want to see more, hit subscribe. And to stay notified, ring that bell. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time.